world hates you, know that it hated me first. Prizing out of me its trust, so never do I quench my thirst. Because above me is gravity, and beneath me is upthrust forces that pull and push me away. Through hell and high water, I still find my way to a path filled with skulls, corpses, and broken glasses. Hopping, skipping, jumping, I trot and cave into a place I'd never crave, the grave. To finally peace with the pieces within. But I lay restlessly herein. I still hear the Homo sapiens on the other side. I hear men crying like women for what they can't defend. I hear men becoming women in bid to amend the rain they failed to mend. I envision them walking with thine eyes covered with nets, pockets filled with pistols, filled with bullets, their hats out of their thoracic cavities, their heads raised high on their necks, their fingers pulling triggers, their feet trembling on their heels tiptoe. I view their souls collapsing in unrelenting agony, trying hard to crawl out of this mess, not to lose face, but it's too late. We're verily in total loss, man. Innocent people lost lives to calamities so artificial, guilty ones acting superficial. Compelling me to ask myself, what is this? What happened? What happened to Mirembe, where harmony and laughter were louder than silence? But now life is worse than a death sentence. We live, but as survivors, we only exist because Syria, Rwanda, Paris, Palestine, Iraq, Libya, and Nigeria are not our residences. All we do is Facebook about their incidences and still remain with the moral audacity to introduce ourselves as human beings. I think this is what they mean when they say a human being is different from being human. What happened? What happened to Shalom, where we were more concerned about the neighbor next door than owning Louis Vuitton? But now we live encaged in gates and fences, with our eyes glued stuck on screens showing movies and series that indirectly preach distrust, revenge, hatred, and not love, trust, and forgiveness. So our happiness is indeed derived from antidepressant pills. Because trusting the media has got us thinking that our closest allies are actually our enemies, yet we often hatefully pick leaves and Amazons from it. For now, our minds browse and perceive evil as good business, so they process it. Our actions are a delusion, an illusion of sorts, where we fight for peace and liberty, but we often take paths that lead us to crossroads that get us taking sides. Where Abdurrahim and Ibrahim can't talk to Malcolm and Tom. Where Flower, the miniskirti, can barely stand Hawa, the hijab. What happened to Salam, where unity was an SI unit of humanity? But now humanity has been narrowed and streamlined to flow along religious, cultural, tribal, and racial lines, never considering the fact that these are just acquired impositions. We were born into them, but before all of them, we are all humans. But we proceed by all means to live like a nest of cockroaches that camouflage or hide in crevices in the absence of darkness, but wander about contaminating and predating whatever surrounds them in the absence of light. The only difference is cockroaches do not discriminate. So with my selflessness, I've learned to become selfish and apathetic because the world is teaching me. So I'm now unlearning to relearn, to give peace, salam, shalom, and mirembe, not as just names, but as attributes. I repeat, I'm seeking to give peace, salam, shalom, and mirembe. I repeat, I'm giving to seek peace, salam, shalom.
Okay, so we've all been seeing that it's been to the gentleman. Like this whole poetry thing has been to the gentleman. But as you can see, I'm standing right next to a different lady. I mean, she's all exquisite. She's all dressed to kill for the event. Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Excited about the event.
Of course.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Hawa Nanjobe Chimbugwe.
Okay, Hawa. Wow, I love the full, you know. Do you have a stage name?
Nah, I love being original, so I use all my 3 names.
Okay.
You can call me HNK.
Okay, HNK. I love. So, Hawa, I mean, your act has been very different. I mean, we had people talking about sex, we had people, you know, doing the whole performing art, and you came out really different. What type of poetry do you do?
I write different types of poems. I write about different topics. So I can write about women, I can write about life, I can write about religion, fathers, mothers, our parents, and humanity.
For this particular act, I saw you were really passionate. What was the subject of this whole act?
Okay. This whole act is majorly about the, the things, the impositions we have when we are birthed. You don't decide your religion, you don't decide your tribe, you don't decide your culture, your skin color, but then there is a way society starts to frame you in a certain category. Yeah. So they'll say that Muslims are terrorists, the Basoga are big-headed, whites are bright, the blacks are dense. So I was just trying to bring all these things together and know that all of us as human beings have different competencies, and these core competencies, when merged, help us succeed. But if we keep pinpointing and pulling strings against each other, it affects our development.
So, okay, where do you draw your point of inspiration? Because trust me, this was really so inspiring. Do you mind sharing with us?
Yeah, I don't mind. Where I draw my inspiration is I'm a student, I'm in second year, and I've grown up, like you visit different places at different moments, and I think I've been gifted by being observant. I over observe my environment, so I'm always keen on what's taking place. So I won't judge people for it, but I'll try to understand why some people are living like this or why they do things that way.
Okay, yeah. So you've been different. It's been the girl thing you've put out there. Then talk about that little segment you did about the ladies. What were you specifically bringing out? I'm sure the viewers out there are dying to know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm a lady, of course, but we happen to be raised in a patriarchy society. So our cultures, all these things are infiltrated in our religions, in our cultures. So I'm sure all people have battles with their things they believe in.
I mean.
Yeah. So now as ladies, why I love women need to understand their power, that they are women and they are also special. Yeah. So the streamline that patriarchy has made them believe and perceive, that to some extent that not only the men violate the women, but also some women violate their fellow women because of hatred that they don't know where it comes from. So they need to own up and know we are special and we are proud of it. And yes, we can be mothers and be in the workplace and do whatever we want freely.
Okay, do you intend on taking this act, to some whole new level?
Yeah, yes. Poetry is my thing. It warms me and it's passion. So I'm doing human nutrition and dietetics, but as I'm going on, I want my career to be, I'm going to be a poet by passion and a nutritionist by profession.
Okay, very many beautiful girls, very many beautiful young girls out there watching this show, really want to be in your shoes. They really want to know what it takes to be like you. I mean, so any simple tips before you leave for them?
I'm going to tell them just 3 things.
Good.
They need to know I call it DNA. Okay. Your defining experiences, your non-negotiable values, and your axioms for living. So whatever we go through in life kind of defines who we are. So we are different people coming from different backgrounds, but this helps you define who you are. Then your values are supposed to be inflexible. If you decide to live your life in a certain way, then it's okay. You can be that, and people shouldn't discriminate you. People should just understand you, accept you, or tolerate you. They shouldn't judge you for it. So it's something they need to know. And then axioms for living is to know how you're going to live your life. The things that your conscious tells you. Some things we do subconsciously, but your conscious says, I won't steal. That your manual, let me call it a manual. When you buy a machine, there is a manual that shows you how you operate. Our parents don't birth us with manuals, so someone needs their own manual to operate their life. Yeah, so that's what I tell people out there.
Wow, very, very inspiring, beautiful experience right there from the only lady who's nailed it tonight. It's been a pleasure having you on this show.
Thank you very much.
Any greetings to anyone else?
Yeah, I send greetings to my parents, my mom and my father, and all the people that are watching me out there, my family, everyone that knows me. I really love you.
So just one last favor, please tell the people out there that CTTV rocks.
You guys, CTTV actually rocks. If you know what you're missing, it's CTTV.
Okay, anyway, so that is what we had for you from Hawa herself. You had it right from the woman. So anyone out there, all you young girls out there can be this. So just keep on tuning in to our, to this show, because we have lots and lots of entertainment coming your way right here on the Galore.